Good morning, everybody. My hair's a mess. Nothing unusual going on here. Um, so I'm going to go over where we should be right now. Some of us aren't there yet. Um, and if you are not approximately where we should be, I'm going to ask that you spend some time getting caught up right away. So, on our agenda here, we have some links down at the bottom. So right here is our current lesson, Human Impact Lesson 4, Creating a Plan. I want everybody to go through one by one to these other links anyways. Human Impact Lesson 1, Why Should I Care? This is a race response. There's no Pear Deck, there's just the assessment right here. Everyone's going to come down and you guys have you have to submit this as a Google document. This form will open up a template for a race response. It's color coded. Some people find that useful. I personally do, with your restating, answering, citing, and explaining all color coded to help you keep it straight. The resources you should use are down here. So this is just simply answering this question after you read some of these resources. Check your grade. If you don't like it, you may redo it a little bit. You do have to resubmit the old document if you submitted it. Otherwise, I won't know you've made any changes. So if you do make a change at this point, make sure you resubmit the old document again. That is our first assignment. Everyone should have done. 112 people out of the 127 students I have turned this in. So that is good to see. We're going to go back to our agenda here. And the second one, effects of climate change. This one right here, by the time you get to it, there's going to be a YouTube video explaining how to do this. So you guys had to calculate how much runoff GMS produced during a 1, 2, 3, and 5-inch rain event. So let me go ahead and I'm going to open this up again, but this time in a different tab. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to open up this. And I'm going to open up this Pear Deck. So what you guys will notice is you have to answer how much a 1, 2, 3, and 5-inch rain event did. Now, if you don't already have some of this answered here at the end on slides 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, you're going to have to go back. You're going to have to watch the video that I'm going to repost on this assignment of us doing the first one together. And then you're going to have to use this formula here. We'll explain the formula a little bit in the video. It's a 20-minute video. If you didn't do it during class, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to catch up. Or you can ask me for help during class today at the end, during class on Wednesday, at the end on Thursday and Friday, next Monday and Tuesday. Or you can come in during MTSS. You can try to schedule some time for help. But that video does show how to do it as well. So once you guys have calculated the 1, 3, 2, 3, and 5-inch rain event, you're going to put your answers in here. I think a lot more of you have your answers because I saw a lot of you doing this in class, and you're going to submit it. Just go ahead. If you only have 1, 2-inch rain events done, you're better off submitting something than nothing. Get some credit, right? So that is Unit 2. You should all be done with that. Next, we have from our homepage, we have Lesson 3. I was out for Lesson 3, but you are doing a race response right here. Here are the articles you can use. These 3 articles. You have to choose 2 of them, and you're answering, how can we mitigate the effect of climate change here in Goshen? Mitigate means how can we lessen? how can we make, and we're going to probably be focusing on what rainwater runoff, right? If you need help with the race, this Pear Deck right here entirely walks you through how to do the race. Once you get to a certain part here, I'm at the end here, but once you get to, you have the prompt here. You're still going to need to use these things right here, but it prompts you to restate the question. It prompts you to find your answer. You need to read the articles. Those articles are right here, right? There is text that will describe how to get back here. What is your answer after reading the text? Pick evidence pieces 1, 2, and 3. Pick 3 pieces of evidence from at least 2 sources. So 3 different things you have to cite from 2 of these sources, at least 2. You could pick all 3 if you would like, of course, and you can use 5 pieces of evidence. Never going to fault you for that, but you have to use at least 3 from 2 sources, like it says. That is Human Impact Lesson 3. Now we're going to go back to the agenda after you submit that race, which you guys, 40 of you, a third of you have that done. We are moving on to the Human Impact Lesson 4. At this point, I'm going to take a second. You guys are not going to get any more time in class to catch up on that other stuff. I want you to catch up on it first, but you're from behind now. You have had time to do these things. If you haven't taken advantage of that time, you're going to have to play catch up. I'd rather you get the old stuff done before moving forward because the learning is linear. So click this Pear Deck creating a plan. This actually takes you to all the links you need for today's lesson. So creating a plan. I will be able to create a plan for an area here in Goshen. We're going to listen to the audio, right? We're going to look at what else? We'll listen to the audio for this slide too. What area do you want to focus your plan on? You'll start doing some brainstorming here. So we're looking at areas that are issues with flooding. Turn in where you will focus on. If you click this link, and you can click here to start getting ideas. For what you want to focus on. A little bit of what is the idea there. That's our big plan. Then we're going to move on to creating the plan. We see audio, you're going to hit play. You'll check out these sites for rain gardens, sites for rain barrels. And if any students are interested in rain barrels, if you have parental approval, we have the potential to get you one for home. Native plants. And which one is best for your specific area. So the area you're focusing on. Is it possible to plant a bunch of plants everywhere, or a bunch of native plants? Not necessarily, but it might be possible to instead install a rain barrel in some places, right, where you might not have room for a garden. Obviously, each area you'll read about has its advantages and disadvantages. You're going to turn in research here. So you're going to click on this, and this is your last thing for today. So you will research the different ways to combat the effects of climate change. You'll construct a response, and you must write 2 different ways using those 3 different potential examples that we can battle climate change here in Goshen. And again, this link right here is just taking you back to that Pear Deck we were just in. Those are your 2 things for today. Picking a place. How can you actually plan?
Happy birthday shout out to Mrs. Wolf. If you are in 6th grade and have applied for period 1 or period 2, make sure you say happy birthday to Mrs. Wolf. Bye.
All right, So that is the end of our recording for today. If you do have any questions, please reach out, let me know. Make sure we are caught up on the earlier assignments first and then move forward because this whole unit is linear, guys. Thank you all and have a great day.